Silence fades into the night. Coyotes sing at the moonlight. These open highways are calling our name, and now it's time for us to escape. Feel the wind touch our face. Let's take a spin to a foreign place. These open highways are calling our name, and now it's time for us to escape. Escape to a world we don't know. Escape into the great unknown. Escape to a world we don't know. Escape into the great unknown. Escape, let's escape. Let's escape. Let's escape.
Grace, I've decided you're no longer getting the black cabinet. It needs to house the plants. You can still have it, but you have to put a plant in it.
Okay. I'm gonna add more plants to my room anyway.
Well, no, it's gonna go in the living room.
I'm going. Goodbye.
Bye. Hey you guys, welcome back to Girl Reinventing. I know it's been quite a while since you have seen anything from me. I have been off having a torrid love affair with tropical plants. It became quite a rolling addiction pretty quickly. And thus, that is the reason why you see this cabinet again. A couple months back, I refinished this Curio cabinet. I had taken an old Curio cabinet from the trash, flipped it upside down, refinished it, put this really cool Art Deco vibe on it, and was going to give it to my daughter for her room. But for now, what it's going to be is it's going to be a cabinet, a planty cabinet. I'm so excited. Guys, this is going to be so much fun. So today we will go through and put this thing together. It's been sitting in my basement since I created it. So yeah, that's what we're doing. These are the supplies. Okay, I ordered some things on Amazon. There's some grow lights there. I'm going to custom build some shelves out of these pieces of oak. I've got these wooden slats. We didn't have to modify these at all. These came right from Home Depot. They are oak. They are, what does it say? 25, no, that's not right. Wait. Oh, 1/4 by 1.5 by 48 inches, so 4 feet. That's for the shelves. And then we actually bought a couple pieces of thicker 1/2 inch by 2.5 inch, and we ripped it down on the table saw. I didn't show that because we did it over the weekend when my husband was home. We did it together. It was like strike while the iron was hot kind of situation. No big deal. Table saw, guys. Table saw. Just ripped them down because I had needed bigger, thicker pieces, but I didn't need them that to be the 2 inches, as you see here, or the 2.5, whatever I said. So that's that. I have these fans that I'm going to install. I was going to cut out templated exhaust areas here, but I have decided not to do that because I really kind of want the air to be circulating on the inside of the cabinet. These are tropical plants and I don't want to lose humidity. So I got 2 of these fans. They are, I believe they're the Xfinity, I think they're called. I don't know. I'll link them in the description box below. Basically, these are cabinet fans for electronics and things like that. See, I'm using one hand because I'm holding my camera with the other. All right, here's what they look like. They are cabinet housing fans that you would use to ventilate media cabinets. So they're about 3.5 inches. And that's what they look like. And I'm going to show you what I'm going to do with them because I am not going to be using the template that they provide to cut a hole in the top and in the bottom because I want to keep I want to keep the humidity and the warmth on the inside of the cabinet, but I do want to circulate air. So I'm basically going to install them upside down using these brackets. I'm going to put a piece of wood underneath, you will see, to kind of keep them off of, actually from sitting flush, so that there's circulation that can happen. So that's that. There's 2 fans. There is a cool mist humidifier. There are the grow lights, which I showed you. There are extension, USB extension A. This is the USB A, the male and the female, 6.5 feet to extend this humidifier and the fan that will be down the bottom up to the top to plug into my smart, this is a power strip, a smart power strip, which you can set up with an app on your phone to turn things off and on to your schedule. So that's the plan. The first thing I'm going to do is cut the wood, which I will be doing right now. Let's go. After taking some measurements, I understood that the shelves needed to be about 8 inches in width and about 20 inches in length. I decided to go with wooden shelves that I wanted to custom build because I needed to provide for air circulation between all of the plants. So I actually used a hardwood. I used oak, and that way with the stain and the oil finish, it would last a long time and wouldn't really have too much of a problem with humidity. So to save some time, I'm just using these clamps to clamp all of those pieces that I just cut together, using my DeWalt sander, sanding all of the rough edges in one fell swoop to save some time. No exact science here, just kind of spacing out these slats right where I feel like they look good. I'm going to use some glue, some tight bond glue, and then I will follow up with the brad nailer and secure them down. Alrighty, so far I had to drill another hole bigger because the plug for this power strip didn't fit through there, and I want it to all be contained inside of this recessed top cavity. And just mounted on the power strip with the 2 little screws underneath. And that's where we're at so far. Right, Gus? Probably not necessary because oak is a hardwood and doesn't usually have splotches when you stain. I did use the pre-stain wood conditioner just because I had it and I felt like using it, no other reason. I did do a couple of test strips here, one using the Varathane Java Gel Stain, and then I used the Minwax Grand Piano. That's what I'm putting on now. I ended up going with the Baby Grand Piano color stain because it just was darker than the Java, believe it or not. I just liked the way it looked with the oak grain. And here we go, ready to install the grow lights. The one on the top, just kind of measured, made sure it was level enough, drilled some pilot holes, and then attached the brackets that come with this set, which I will link at the description box, for these grow lights. They were about 20 inches wide. Lights, camera, action. We have action here. The bottom one was pretty easy to install. I just needed to figure out a good spot to put it on the bottom of the shelf that I built so that it would provide even illumination to the plants. Now, here we go. This is the fan. There are direction changing instructions that come with this manufactured fan. The pre-manufactured I guess route of ventilation would be to pull warm air out of a cabinet, but I want to be able to install this so that it circulates air. You can see I installed these two little pieces of wood that I custom cut so that when I put the fan, install it in the cabinet like you see here, the air will circulate around through the back of the fan, and then the fan will actually blow the direction of the wind or ventilation will be towards the plants. If I did not change the direction, the fan would be blowing in the other direction, if that makes sense. I don't know if that makes sense to you or not, but that's what I did. And I'm finishing everything up here with my walrus oil. I love this. This is just a straight oil. I believe it's hemp seed and sunflower seed. I'll put the description in the box below. And this is just a real natural way to seal up your wooden pieces. And here is the finished piece. Excuse the orientation here. It's a very tall cabinet and it just looked funny when I was trying to shoot it in the horizontal landscape orientation. So here we go. I'm going to take you inside and show you around. There's some plants already in there. The mirror works out so well. The antiqued mirror, there's the fan. It's circulating air down towards the plants. There's the grow light. We have the wires that I kind of tucked in, nestled in towards the door, so when the cabinet is closed you don't see them. I used my cable nail gun or staple gun to secure them so that they don't flop around. You see the grow light that is attached underneath of the second shelf. Actually, that's the first shelf, but it illuminates the second shelf. And you can see I can fit all kinds of little planty sizes on these shelves. This cabinet will house my tender plants that I bring in. There is the humidifier. You can turn it off and turn it on from the side. And I do not have this on a timer, although I will be putting that on a timer. My BK Link Smart Power Strip is capable of putting that on the timer. And then you can see I just showed you the other fan at the bottom. I've got a little humidifier in there to tell me what the humidity is and the temperature at all times. And then after the grow lights switch off at my desired time, I've got these super cool accent LED lights that I hooked up so that you can kind of still see the plants even after the LEDs grow lights are out. This cabinet came together so fantastically. I love this thing. I am going to be looking to make more of these for other people and for more places in my house. Right, Moo? Moo agrees. And if you're still with me at this point in time, go on over and hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any more content from the Girl-Reinventing channel. We are always coming up with something new to reinvent. Hello, Lucky. And you get glimpses of all of the pets in my house. That's an added bonus. So enjoy these photos. This plant cabinet was so much fun.
The silence fades into the night. Coyotes sing at the moonlight. These open highways are calling our name, and now it's time for us to escape. Feel the wind touch our face. Let's take a spin to a foreign place. These open highways are calling our name, and for us to escape. Escape to a world we don't know. Escape into the great unknown. Escape to a world we don't know. Escape into the great unknown. Escape.